That's a starting point, right? No assembly. This will hold about 264 pounds, I believe. Let me double check that. Yep, 264. This is gonna be able to be pulled away and stored in the corner if you'd like. You can fold it down so it becomes really compact. I already got my heart rate up just a few steps in on that. You can tell it feels so good to get some exercise into our world. You know, it's never about being perfect. It's just about being as healthy as we possibly can be. And during these challenging times for me, the last place I want to go is back to the gym. Just makes me nervous right now, but I know I need to somehow get rid of some of the stress that I'm holding in. This is a great way to do it. This is going to be, by the way, a light, ultra thin, very compact way to get an exercise routine started into your life. And this is something that you can just really do a gentle walk. You can start very slow. You can see on Ivana, you can see it'll start really slow for you, and you can actually pick up the pace to about almost 4 miles an hour. So it's more of a walking treadmill, which is fabulous for most of us. By the way, free shipping, that's included in the price, and it's available on 3 Flex, or, this is the important part, HSN card holders, VIP financing for a year. So you can pay less than $50 a month. You'll get this delivered in a couple of days to your door to be able to start just walking again. I'm telling you what, it comes with this great little remote control. It gives you all the details at the bottom. You can see it'll track your calories, your time, your distance, and it's gonna help get you back into a better mindset. For me, that's what that's what working out does, is it helps me just kind of purge the stress of the day and get rid of some of the angst that we're all feeling inside. So we're gonna get things started. I'd love to introduce you to Jody Stabile. She is joining us. She has been a fitness professional and instructor for a couple of decades. It's always a pleasure to have you, Jody. Good to see you even from afar.
Hi, Callie. How are you?
Good, Jody.
Welcome into my home. I love having you guys in here. It's so fun.
Very cool.
But, you know, I'm so glad what you were talking about earlier. You know, you were on another piece of equipment just a second ago, and it looked so fun. But something as simple as walking, I just love, because there's no learning curve. This is something that you're going to be able to do easily. You don't have to worry about the next big thing, the next gadget. This is something that we do every single day. So this treadmill is ideal for your home. How many times have you said, gosh, I just wish I could get outside, the weather conditions or the time of day, or I'm just so crunched on time, and you just wish you had something at home like a treadmill. Normally, treadmills are very big, very bulky. You'll see there's big consoles with a ton of buttons on there, and where are you gonna put it? And when you put it there, it's stuck. So the fact that we have a portable, right? We can transport this from room to room. That is key. All it is, plug it into the wall. It has wheels. So this weighs about 66 pounds. And I'm actually gonna demo that for you right now. This is how it comes assembled, like you said earlier. Out of the box like this, okay? All you have to do is put a remote, a battery in your remote, and you are ready to go. We have wheels, so this is able to transport from room to room. It weighs about 66 pounds. So if you can lug your luggage around the airport, you can move this from room to room. Also, this is gonna hold up to 264 pounds. So if you need to shed some weight, totally fine. Maybe you're already active and you wanna do some heart healthy things, which right now is key. We need to take care of our immune system. We need to take care of our muscles and our bones and our joints. And this is one way to do that. So it's so easy to hop on. And as you can see, there's a nice, easy kind of on-ramp here. It's about 3 inches from the ground. The platform is 5 inches itself. I'm pretty sure I have heels taller than that. And once you get on, all you do is you direct that remote control right here. You turn it on and you are good to go. Up to about 3.7 miles per hour. So this is your walking treadmill. There is no incline. You're not worrying about running or anything like that. But we do have a nice safety feature as well. So if maybe you have some balance issues, or maybe the kids are around and you wanted to remove this, right when you remove that safety feature, it stops. So if you don't want anybody to get on this, you can remove that at all times. And when you're ready to go, you plug it back in and you turn it on. So it's such a great piece of equipment because, like I said, this is not something that you have to figure out. You don't have to put it together. You're not wondering, okay, am I doing it right? Do I need a trainer to do this? It's something as easy as walking. And walking is so important for what we do every day, for getting up and down off the couch, for going to the grocery store,
Right.
for wanting to do, you know, things that we're meant to do and we're meant to move. So I
It's
really,
true.
really, truly believe that we need to do a little bit more of that.
I couldn't agree more. I just had this conversation with Tracy. I'm like, oh, it's so hot outside. Even being outside for 5 minutes here is just, it just drains me of energy. The idea of being out, even walking, isn't of interest to me. But getting some movement, just a little bit of stretch, this is amazing. I mean, if you have anybody in your life that's rehabilitating from something and needs to just get some start to a normal routine of movement, that's one option, because it starts at 0.5 and it goes up to 3.7. So this isn't maybe about becoming a, you know, an elite athlete. This isn't gonna take you up mountains and down ravines. This is just gonna give you that natural movement. I'm going very slowly here, and it gives you incremental increase of speed from 0.5. I'm at 0.7 right now, just a nice, easy, gentle walk. And you can see I've got this stabilizer bar right here, so it's really comfortable. I feel safe, I feel secure. The other thing I was gonna say is I have a friend who I was talking to yesterday. She's actually a massage therapist, and she said that she did go back to the gym last week, and she said, I don't think I can go back again, because you go in, you're wearing your mask, they tell you can take your mask off when you're exercising, which is probably a really good idea, because you're kind of breathing pretty fast and, you know, getting your heart rate up. But she just said she felt so uncomfortable, even though she wiped down the machine before and after. I don't know, it's still, I'm just not ready yet, that's just me. But if that's something that you can kind of relate to, it's really nice to be able to have something in the home that you can just get on, walk, even if it's 5 minutes. Just if you wanna go at the fastest speed at like almost 4 miles an hour and just kind of bang it out. It's amazing how much better you feel after you get a little bit of movement in your life, after you get your heart up a little bit. Boy, just the stretch that you feel with every step too. You can make this something that customizes to the level that you're at right now. And Jody, I still can't believe it comes fully assembled. That's crazy.
I know. I totally agree. And not only is this something that's suggested, this is crucial. This, you really do need to understand how important it is to move our bodies. 40% of adults right now do not even walk during the day. We are so programmed to sit nowadays. We're on the couch watching HSN right now. We're sitting at our desks. We're in the car commuting to and from work. We're doing so much sitting that we get tight hip flexors. Our low back is getting a little weakened. Our core is not as strong. So doing something as good as simple as walking, hands down, best thing you could do. Nowadays with technology, everything's keeping us inside. And not that it's to blame. It is really hot here, and I agree. Not much gets me out of the house if I don't have to.
Me too.
But it's so important right now to have something in your home for the reasons of, we don't know when we're going to be stuck at home. Maybe your kids are home from school right now. You're dealing with summers, and maybe camps aren't going on. So when are you going to get out and do the things that you love to do and move like you normally do? You don't know when it's going to happen. So I totally, truly believe that you need to get it in the comfort of your own home so that you have control of what your day looks like and what your movement looks like. And like we see right here, you can see there's wheels on the front, which I absolutely love that you can move it from room to room. So I trekked this out of my second bedroom, and I brought it out to my living room. Easy peasy. I plug it in, I turn that remote on, and I'm good to go. 5-inch platform. And I'll show you too, the handlebar, the assistance there, is really textured, so it's nice and rigid, so you're not going to slip off of that. You also have this platform here, 5 inches, and on the sides of the platform, and not that you can see mine at home, but there's some like rigidness onto the platform, so that when you do step on, it looks sleek, but it's very has a lot of traction there, so you're not going to slip off of that. As well as the bed of the treadmill, for one, is going to absorb the shock. So those of you that go out and walk and your knees ache and your joints and your hips and your back, this is going to be a shock absorber. So there's really little impact that's going to happen. And again, you're not running on that, but the texture on the treadmill, I love, because there's a lot of traction there. So you're not going to feel like you're going to slip and fall. The bar is here for your support and to keep you stable on there. And it's such an easy read. You have your distance, your speed, your calories. Like we said, you can fold it down, you can slide it under the couch, under the bed, it can go wherever it needs to go. 264 pounds. This weighs about 66, but you're never lifting it up. You're just rolling it. All you do is plug it in and you turn it on, good to go. You have the safety feature here as well as the safety bar, and it's as simple as that. You don't need to read the manual. You don't need the trainer. You don't need any of that.
Yeah.
You put it on and you get going.
And I think right now, you know, during these last couple of months, you know, at the beginning I was like, okay, it's kind of a nice break but then after a while you're like, oh God, I'm starting to get stir crazy. I'm not going out. I don't want to deal with, definitely not a gym, not yet for me. Being outside is too hot and uncomfortable. But I know that for me, and I'll speak from my own perspective, there's so much emotion going on with all of this that it's just starting to build up. And before you know it, you're just like, whoa. And when you exercise, you can just purge that. Sweat it out. Sweat it out instead of screaming it out.
True.
You know, it's true. I think about the families, if you've got your kids at home and it's, you know, all of a sudden talk about walls closing in on you. If this is something you can just put even in your bedroom or your office or slip it under the couch if it's not being used until you have a few minutes. Boy, just give yourself the treat of a little bit of movement. I think what you said is so important. Stretching those hip flexors, like really, really gets tight. And when those are tight, your back is tight and it all just becomes a big jumbled mess unless you're really, for me, stretching is what I love about being on a treadmill. You can stretch, you can get your cardio done, you can get your heart rate up so you're spiking your metabolism and maybe actually burning calories instead of just consuming them during these times. I mentioned too, under the couch convenience. It really does. That whole bar folds just down flat. It's literally 5 inches. You can slip it under a couch, a bed, anywhere, behind a door if you need to. But less than $50 to get yours if you put this on your HSN card. It qualifies for VIP financing. That's another reason every time we talk about extra flex, that's for HSN card holders. Normally, it's just one more flex, but sometimes at a certain price point, this being one of them, you can enjoy a whole year to pay for this. You'll get it right away, no charge to deliver. It'll be dropped right at your front door, and you don't have to assemble it. So you can get it delivered for less than $50 if you put this on your HSN card. If you don't have that card, we'd love to be able to get that opened up for you. You can find the information on hsn.com. There's a toll-free number you can call as well to get that card. But every other major credit card works too. It's just that you'll get the 3 flex options, so it's about $200 to get the machine delivered. And then you and, if your kids are old enough, they can jump on and do their own bit of exercise. Husbands and wives that exercise together, I think, are always a stronger couple. But whatever the case may be, having something at home. During these times, we've seen an influx of just increased sales on personal home fitness. And this is such a great choice. It's, like you said, it's a walking treadmill. I mean, the fastest you can go on this is 3.7. So that's a very reasonable speed. It's probably faster than any of us could continuously do outdoors. After you get out there, you're like, you start real strong, and then before you know it, you're like, just, oh, do you see those flowers over there? And before you know it, you're just like slowed down to a very slow pace that really doesn't give you much in terms of benefit. But this, and I'm just going 0.7 miles an hour. It has a remote control that you just direct right at the base right here. And this is where it shows you your distance, your speed, and calories burned. Gosh, in even just 10 minutes going this slow, I burned 13 calories, Jody.
Love it. That's awesome. I love it. And Callie, you're a little bit taller than me, and so is Ivana. And that distance there on the bed is nice and long. It's long enough for a very tall person to have an easy stride on. So if you have somebody, 6'3" and up, and you're a little worried that maybe they won't have room on the treadmill, you have plenty of stride there. So this is going to fit everybody, whether you have a small athlete at home, or maybe your kids need to get moving a little bit more too. Maybe you have yourself or a family member that just needs to get on and get moving. Studies have proven that just walking, controls anxiety and lifts moods. So this is exactly what we need right now. We need to shut the TV off at times, and we need to put on some great music, listen to your favorite podcast, get on the call with your best friend, and get walking. Start to change up your stride. Start to do something good for yourself, because I know so much negativity is going on in the world right now, and we need sense of hope, and we need something that's going to kind of keep us going, And I truly 100% believe in exercise, and that you're going to start to make better choices. You're going to look in that fridge and you're going to be like, you know what? I did 10 minutes, 15 minutes today. I am not messing up the rest of my day after I did all that. I burned those calories. I'm not going in there and letting that tempt me. You're going to make better choices. You're going to get strong bones. We need that. As we age, we need bone density, strong muscles to support your body, strong joints to keep you limber and keep you moving and keep flexibility in your body, because, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, and it's so crazy how quickly you lose it. Isn't it funny how it takes so much longer to get back into shape than it is to get back out of shape? It's just the way it works. But the one thing we know for sure is when you've got something accessible, when it's right there, you're of course gonna jump on, even if it's 5 minutes while you're waiting for your coffee to brew in the morning, or the first thing you do when you get home from a day at work. I mean, it is stressful, you know, if you work in an essential business and you have to be in a working environment, it's stressful. Just, you know, like I said, everybody here is wearing masks. Ivana and I aren't, because otherwise I couldn't talk. But all of our crew members are wearing masks. I saw our president today when I walked into the building, and he was wearing a mask. You know, these are crazy times. It's unprecedented. I don't think any of us could have imagined that we'd be ever going through something like this. So with stress being as high as it is on so many levels, oh my gosh, I think this is probably the best thing you can do for yourself. Walking is just such a natural movement. You don't have to become a professional athlete just because you don't have to take it up to that level 10 incline and 10 miles an hour. I mean, those are other machines that are available. You can go to hsn.com and look for them. But when you're talking about just the practicality of a day-to-day movement in your life, stretching, elongating, if you go a little faster, you can pick up the pace and get that heart rate up a little bit and get your cardio at the same time. I think this is just a winner. And I know we have about 600 of these available. So if you're interested at all, either do one flex of $199.99, no charge to ship, that's included, so that's on us. Also, if you have an HSN card, this is where it really, really pays off. You are paying $49.99 a month over the course of the next year. That's it. You don't pay interest, we hold the balance, you pay it off within a year, not one dime has accrued for any interest payments. So that is pretty amazing, because that's probably less than a family membership of any gym that you're not going to these days anyway. So with a few minutes left and just a couple hundred of these available, Jody, I think what you were saying is so important about, obviously you've always been had a passion for fitness, and you've been in the business for your entire career. The benefit of walking, I think a lot of us underestimate it. It's probably the most important thing to get started anyway.
Well, it's true. And I get asked that question all the time. Like, you know, can I lose weight walking? Absolutely. I tell people that all the time when they first come to me. They're like, okay, what can I do on the days off that I don't see you? I'm like, get outside and go walk. Like, do you have anything at home, any piece of equipment? I highly advise you to walk, because there's no learning curve. It's something as simple as what we do every day, what we're meant to do. I just wanted to show you again, this is how easy this is. It folds down, it comes assembled, takes the guesswork out of it. You are ready to go. You pop that down, you just kick onto this red lever here, you bring this up, and you are ready to go. And like I said, it's so simple to use. All you have to do is add that battery right into your remote, and you're good to go. But can you lose weight? Yes. Do you need to lose weight? No, I'm not telling you what you need to do and how you need to live your life. If you're happy where you're at, I love it. But I do believe that you need to get as healthy as possible, especially right now. And now is the time to, for one, get something. I don't know if you tried getting anything earlier on in the year, but things were sold out and people weren't shipping anything, and you couldn't get, especially something like this, you weren't able to get this a couple months ago. So the fact that we have this right now at HSN, huge. I highly suggest you take advantage of it, because we don't know how long this is going to last and if this is going to be here forever. But
well,
like
it's not. I can tell you right now, it's not. We've got somewhere around 500 or 600 of them available. The part to me, and I have to say it again, no assembly. You guys, this comes to you in a box. All you do is lift the handle up like this, plug it in, and you're exercising. Day one within 5 minutes. We've just slipped it under the couch here in the studio to show you how thin it really is. Whether it's a couch, it's a sofa, if it's a bed, if it's a desk, behind a door, like I said, I mean, really, it's so nice to know you don't have to dedicate or find a whole corner of a room to be able to put a huge piece of equipment called a treadmill. So it definitely is a winning opportunity, and I hope all of you, I mean, we need to take our health seriously more than anything, and you know, it's the biggest focus in life right now is maintaining our health and our hygiene. And boy, just to get some of that stress, sweat it out. That's what I keep saying, sweat it out. And by the way, if you really want to build some nice backside muscles, we've got a stair climber coming up in a little bit too. So both options I think are fantastic. They were my two favorite workouts, Jody. I mean, what do you think of that? My two favorite things, and this has been my whole life through, elliptical and treadmill.
Love them both. I really do. Yes, target those backside muscles, get you strong to be able to go up and down those stairs. And then same thing here, giving you strong muscles, creating oxygen throughout the body that gives nutrients to all your muscles and your joints. Like, it's so needed. And I truly, truly want you to live your best, healthiest life possible. I really do.
I love these leggings on Ivana. You look so good.
They are great.
Gosh, just watching somebody get some exercise feels good, doesn't it? Imagine if it's you. Imagine if it's you watching your husband or your wife exercising. Honestly, sometimes we need that little nudge from somebody saying, come on, let's just do it. Let's do it together. Let's each get on 15 minutes a day. It's not about losing a certain number of pounds. That'll probably happen naturally, but what is nice is doing it together. You know, I think there's so many of us. I talked to my friend Donna the other day, and she's like, my kids are driving me crazy. They're both home, and they're in their 20s, and it's, you know, it's just the craziest time. So instead of feeling boxed in, and instead of feeling scared to go anywhere to get your exercise, spend a little bit. I mean, it's you know, an investment that you're gonna have and be able to keep and use for years down the road, and so can the whole family. And you know what? This is one of the most widely proven ways to get your exercise in comfortably, safely, naturally. Watch. If you can walk, put one step in front of the other, this is absolutely gonna be perfect for you, from 0.5 miles an hour up to 3.7 miles an hour. And it does track all your distance, your speed, your calories, and that in and of itself is motivating. You know, the other thing is a side benefit, you're automatically gonna start drinking more water because you're sweating so much more.
Love it.
Water is
so
important.
True. And Kelly, you know, another thing I love is, you know, so many of us wear our Fitbits or our trackers, you know, to get our steps in. And how many of us are doing laps in our living room right now to try to keep those steps going? You can do that here. You can even challenge your friends. Keep a challenge going with your girlfriends. Like you said, you were talking to your friend the other day. Get on there, talk to her and say, how many steps have you gotten in? Well, I have hit, you know, whatever goal that it is that you're trying to hit. You can do that now. You can stay active. We all like to see numbers, right? So the numbers on the screen are great. You're going to see your distance, your speed, and your calories. Who doesn't want to see how many calories you burned that day? Then just think, you know, what did I eat today? Oh, well, I just burned that off on the treadmill for 10 minutes while I was watching my favorite show, while I was cooking some rice on the, you know, on the stove, getting ready for dinner. I'm able to plug these in whenever I want. You don't have to go and stress yourself out for over an hour. Those days are gone. Give me 5, 10, 15 minutes, 2, 3, multiple times in a day, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Transportable from room to room.
Yep.
Really compact, 5 inches tall, and that's it. You can stroll it from room to room.
I'm curious.
This is it.
How many calories have you burned at home during this presentation?
You know, I've shut mine on and off.
Oh, that's true.
Though.
How about you, Ivana?
I'm never one.
Okay, so Ivana in the studio has been just walking consistently at a very moderate pace, 2.8 miles an hour, and she's burned 95 calories.
Nice.
Nice,
That's
right? Awesome. I mean, it's easy.
Amazing.
It's so, like you said, those days are gone. I remember the days of like jumping up and down and being all crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's hard on the joints at this age. And I love the fact this is gentle. It does have a nice bounce. I do have long legs. I'm 5'9". You can see it accommodates my full stretch just fine.
Right.
So,
yep. And like you said, you were talking about the bounce. Like you can see it's sturdy though. It's not a flimsy piece of equipment. This is very sturdy. If I'm stomping on it, you can see that I'm not going anywhere. So the impact absorbs the shock, and it's very sturdy. So
there it is. Well, less than $50 by putting this on your HSN card. It's VIP financing opportunity on this. Less than $50 to own your own treadmill. Again, if you want to use any other major credit card, it's $199.90. That's our flex pay option. You pay a little, get it delivered. No assembly. No assembly. Holds 264 in terms of weight. It weighs 66 pounds, but it has wheels, so you can literally wheel it away, fold down this handle, slip it under a bed or anywhere you want to just get it away. Take a look at this. There's the front, there's the side, 5.6 inches. Gotta love it. Jody, thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Good to see you.
good to see you too, Kelly.
Be well. All right, guys, 711-682 is 652. 711-652 is how to get your treadmill. We've got about 500 left.